Did you know that every single person who succeeded at creating or inventing something amazing failed first? The majority of famous people tried and failed many times before they succeeded and became well recognized or famous. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Those who succeed don't stop at one failure. They don't stop at 10 failures, or 100, 1,000, or 1,000,000 failures. They say, this is my goal, and I will do whatever it takes to achieve it. I will learn the lessons from failure. I will learn faster, I will work harder, and I will work smarter, and I will not quit until my dream is a reality. That's the difference between success and failure. J.K. Rowling is a great example. She had failed in so many ways before she wrote the now hugely famous Harry Potter book series. In her own words, she had said, "I had failed on an epic scale. An exceptionally short-lived marriage had collapsed, and I was jobless, a lone parent, and as poor as it is possible to be in modern Britain without being homeless. And by every usual standard I knew, I was the biggest failure. Coming out of this failure, stronger and more determined, was the key to my success." Then there was Walt Disney. He was fired from a local newspaper article for having a lack of imagination and having no original ideas. If that's not enough, one of his early ventures called Laugh-O-Gram Studios went completely bankrupt. Walt Disney was also turned down 302 times before finally getting financing for his dream of creating Walt Disney World. Also, the famous basketballer, Michael Jordan, was cut from the high school basketball team for having a lack of skill. Now he is one of the best in the world. In his own words, he has said, "I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." And don't forget Abraham Lincoln. He failed in business 3 times, and failed in his campaigns to become the President of the United States of America 7 times before he succeeded. The great inventor, Albert Einstein, couldn't speak until he was 4 years old, when most babies start to speak at 18 months. Albert also couldn't read until he was 7, or speak clearly or properly until he was 9. His parents thought he was subnormal, and he got expelled from school because all his teachers thought he was mentally slow. It's a shame they didn't realize just how amazing he truly was. One of the most famous musicians in the world was told he handled the violin awkwardly. Beethoven's musical instructor also told him he was as hopeless as a wall. Despite ignoring what his music instructor had said, he continued to play his own music and wrote 5 of his greatest and most impressive songs while he was completely deaf. If these people stopped at failure, then the world would not be filled with their greatness as it is today. If you persevere, you could be like Thomas Edison. He tried 10,000 times until he got his light bulb working, but he never gave up. There is no such thing as failure, only learning experiences. Everyone has failed in some way, and you just have to come out of it much wiser than when you started. These famous people have all learned from their pasts and are well known today. I hope that if you don't succeed the first time, you don't give up. And if it doesn't work, then try it again. Because the next time you encounter failure, you've got to remember that every great thing on this planet is here because the Creator learned from what worked, but learned more from what did not work. Failure is not the end of your story. It is the start of your comeback story.